Guten Erev Shabbos. There was a matchmaker, a shadchan, who had an assistant who wasn't all that wise. So the matchmaker says to his assistant, when we meet this young lady, to suggest to her a young man for a shidduch, when I mention something, you should embellish it. So they sit with the young lady, and the matchmaker says, this bocher, this young man, he's very, very smart. The assistant says, smart? No one as smart as him. He's as smart as Albert Einstein. The guy continues, the matchmaker continues, this fellow, he has midas tovos, wonderful character. To which the assistant says, his character, his midas, I've never in my life met someone with such a good heart. The lady says to the shadchan, to the matchmaker, are there any shortcomings? I heard wonderful things about him. Does he have any flaws? So the matchmaker says, well, he has a small pimple on his nose. To which the assistant says, a small pimple? He has a large pimple on his nose. It's as big as his nose itself. And the story is told at the Gemara that someone came to Shammai and said, please teach me all the Torah on one foot and convert me. Shammai rejected the person. The fellow came to Hillel and asked him for the same deal. Teach me all the Torah and convert me on one foot. Hillel accepted and he told him, this which you would hate be done to you, don't do to someone else. Which is actually the explanation, the interpretation of a verse in this week's parasha, Parshas Kedoshim, v'ahavta l'reacha kamecha, love your fellow man as yourself. The commentaries ask the question, why is it that Hillel says it in a negative form? What you don't like done to you, don't do to someone else. He should have just said, love your fellow man as yourself. The Tzemach Tzedek explains as follows. He says, you see, we all have shortcomings. And most of us are aware of our shortcomings. Now, when we're aware of a particular shortcoming, it doesn't throw us off because our love for ourselves covers over that shortcoming or that flaw. So the pimple on the nose is very, very small. The problem becomes when someone else points it out, that sort of magnifies that flaw. It magnifies that shortcoming, and it really hurts us and it pains us. So the saying that of Hillel, "Dalach sani l'chavrach lesavid," was as follows: don't what you'd hate be done to you, which means when someone else magnifies and highlights the flaws and it causes you pain, you hate that, correct? Don't do the same thing to somebody else. And that's actually the interpretation of the verse, "Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamecha." It's not just telling you to love someone as yourself. It's giving us a specific manner of how to live that lifestyle by not doing to someone else what you'd hate be done to you. Have a wonderful Shabbos.